Hello, divine man. Hello, divine woman. And welcome to this safe space. 2022 was some year. I'm going to say that one more time. 2022 was some year. Okay, now before I continue, I'm going to go ahead and ask you to like and subscribe to this channel and this video if you are liking the content you have been hearing thus far, or if there's anything within this video that you find relatable. Okay, now back to 2022. 2022 was some year. For some, it was awesome. For some, it was questionable. For others, it was the worst year in life in this century. And let me hear somebody say amen. Amen. Anyways, now that we are stepping out of 2022 and into 2023, it is time to continue to call in the desires that we may not have accomplished thus yet, or we want to improve upon. Okay. And so for this one, I just want to say Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. We are now stepping into 2023, which goes into the year of 5 and 7. And personally, I am getting so more about, like just transformation and just leveling up and stepping into some more divinely guided I'm gonna speak English now. This year of 2023, and I know everybody's been saying this for some time, but this year is gonna be way different than from last year. This year is the year for more orgasmic experiences. 2023 is the year for conquering more goals and putting yourself more out there. And I know you're probably thinking, I'm an introvert. That's not about to happen. But listen, honey, listen. If you want to be great, you got to do great things. If you're trying to be awesome, you got to do awesome things. It's 11:44 on my clock at the time of this recording, okay? It is time to step out of the comfort zone. It is time for new beginnings. It is time to live the life you were meant to live. And if you're already living it, hey, just tell us what you did. Because honey, listen, we need all the help we could get in these streets. Okay. So anyways, this is a new year. This is the time to do things differently. Okay. So I mean, what I want to talk about in this chapter is just being open to new things, to new experiences, to the unknown, right? Because if we focus on what we know, that is very limited. That is a very limited perspective. However, if we open our minds to what can be, what is possible, things we don't know, honey, that is when we start to see life in a way that we have never seen it before, okay? I'm gonna give you an example because and I give examples. All right, so a few weeks ago, I actually, hold on. For me, recording this was like last week. Last week, right? I went on a cruise for a week and I had the time of my life. It was an orgasmic experience, okay? Um today actually makes it a week since I got off the cruise. So, yeah, that if you know, you know. Anyways, it was an orgasmic experience for me simply because I love being by the water. I've always wanted to go to an island. We went to Grand Cayman and Cozumel, but when we went to the Grand Cayman, I felt like I'd been there before, right? If you don't know, my family is from the Caribbean. They're from Haiti. So I personally felt like I was home. And I always said when I'm ready to retire, I'm gonna retire on the island. But I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I spent this past week thinking about, dang, did the schedule just move up? Damn. Anyways, me talking about this cruise. Up until this point, I have never been on a cruise. The closest I've been to a cruise is going on the Victory Casino cruise in Port Canaveral. Okay, it goes out into the water, like I think it goes like 7 miles out into the ocean, then it comes right back. And for 4 hours, you could gamble, you could eat, whatever. I'm not a big gambler, so I would go for the food until they started charging. Anyways, that's besides the point. I have never been on a cruise, but I've always said I wanted to go on an island. Right. Now, a reason why I have not been on the cruise, and you probably seen this coming, but it's because of the Titanic. Okay, fuck it, the Titanic. That movie is traumatizing. I can't swim. Thus, I have never been on a cruise. I have never been in the middle of the ocean. But it was a friend girl's birthday. I took 2022 and I pushed myself. I was like, I'm doing a lot of things that scare me. And that was definitely something that scared me. But honestly, I didn't really think about it that much. So that was one of my life-changing experiences, right? So I'm not in my 30s yet. I'm getting there, but I'm not there just yet. And so for all this time, I've never done a cruise because of that, because of the Titanic, because I can't swim, and so many other reasons. But it was something I had always wanted to do, right? So if you listen to the previous chapter, I talked about manifesting. So this was a desire that I had within my heart, and it was greater than my current experience. So it ended up, things happened and it worked out. Now I'm planning my next cruise. Okay. Anyways, the reason why I bring up this experience is because, like I said, it was an orgasmic experience. And I'm not talking sexual here. I just mean like things, it was just so freeing to be in the middle of the ocean, looking at nature at its best. I didn't see any animals in the water, but we were in the middle of the ocean. There was like a day or two where I literally just sat on the deck on the lounge chair and I'm just looking. I'm soaking in the sun. I'm watching the water. I just felt like I was living my best life. Okay, honey, listen, I was like, is it time to go? I'm telling you, I'm planning my next cruise because it was just so freeing. And so I say all that to say I went through this experience, and I'm like, it made me realize how we can miss out on opportunities because of fear, right? Um, so like I said, it's this past a week. It's been a week since I've gotten off the cruise. Today makes it a week, and personally, I love being by water. I love being in by water. Let me say by water because I can't swim. I don't want to be in the water, and it just opened my mind to another experience. I'm not going to get into the ins and outs of everything, but a lot of the crew members that I met while I was on the cruise, they live on the ship 4 months at a time. So they're literally traveling to all these different locations, and as long as their work schedule permits, they go on these islands and they explore. Bruh, that is the life for me. You hear me? Like, but I'm like, I'm to the point where I've started establishing myself, and I'm not saying this too late, but if only I had put myself out there a little sooner, right? I would have been cruise living. Like, I would have at least took one good year. When I was looking for an opportunity so many years ago, I would have just took at least one good year and just lived on the water, just but not focused on the shoulda, woulda, couldas, right? I had to definitely catch myself with that because I realized I If I focused on the shoulda, woulda, couldas, I would not be able to see the opportunities that are presenting themselves now. So, 2023, we got to put ourselves out there. We got to take the chance, the time, and the chances to have more experiences, because you never know what you could be missing out on. So take my experience, okay? I am not 30 yet. I could have spent a good year or two living on the water, exploring all these different islands and countries, but no, I just had to be afraid of going on a cruise because of the movie The Titanic and the actual story of the Titanic, where I could have just been living my best life, but no. So now I gotta see how things are gonna look for me in 2023. But please learn from my experience. If there's something that you want to do it. Because you never know what you'll learn. You'll never know what you experience that could absolutely change your life. Because you deserve to live life in the best way possible. You deserve, like Amina says, to live an orgasmic life. And so don't hold yourself back from that. If there's something you want to do it. If there's a desire within you, go for it, because you never know. Don't let the past literally hold you back from the endless and the endless possibilities that come with the future. The only limitations are the ones that you choose to put on yourself. So once again, don't be like me, allowing the past to hold you back, because there's no icebergs in the Gulf of Mexico near the equator. Okay, be logical in your reasoning and live your best life. And I'm going to leave it there. Happy New Year. And let's make 2023 one of the best years ever.